presentation about the Connection Summit. Juho Partanen from Voyantic, who is one of the hosts, is going to tell us all about the Connection Summit in Helsinki. All right, you're on. Middle button. And I think the video works.
Good. Okay. Very good morning to you all. Very happy to be here in front of you. Steve asked me to talk a bit about Helsinki, which I will do. Those of you who are not Finnish will learn soon some new words, Finnish ones. And yes, third day to the meeting. And I know what you are thinking. Politics, election, Iowa. You know, the election you had here in the US 2.5 years ago, it sent seismic shockwaves across tectonic plates. And I still get dizzy when I think about the upcoming election in 2021. But meanwhile, in Finland, many of you know this for sure. Some of you may have missed, but we had parliamentary election last year. We have 200 seats in the parliament, and these are the election results. I know what you are thinking. Seriously? So many names, so many parties, more than 2. And it gets worse. Yeah, go figure. I guess the long and short answer is history. There's something else here as well. So based on the number of votes, so actually in our system the party that gets the most votes is the number 1. But it was very tight race. This is like the qualifying times for a Formula 1 race. Very close, fractions of a second. And to form a government out of that, there was a few hiccups. We needed a coalition. We actually needed parties working together to formulate a government, and finally, we got it. These 5 politicians are now in power. Let me challenge you. Can you figure out a common denominator between these 5 politicians? Good. Anything else?
We don't have Como brothers.
Good one. Obviously, they are the party chairpersons. It's a coalition government. They lead their parties. So, here we are. That was the Finnish election. I will challenge you once more. So, what do the following have in common? Starting with orthodontic. instruments, followed by a supermarket chain that did not invest in rain, fertilizer traceability, life cycle management of workwear, Public Library of the Year 2019, and my personal favorite, collecting more taxes in the Russian Federation. So what could be the common denominator here? Connection Summit, of course. You should have figured. And I hope we have audio. Oh,
Organized by AIM, Rain Alliance, and NFC Forum. The conference theme is sustainability. Participants are expected from over 20 countries. Learn from trailblazers at Helsinki seafront in Finland. International speakers will share the latest use cases of RAIN RFID technology and NFC across various industries. The meeting venue, Vanha Satama. Make yourself comfortable staying overnight in an old prison. Now, let's dive into the Finnish language for 10 seconds.
Get ready!
Kierrätys. Terveydeksi. Etätunniste. Ekologinen. Yötön yö. Sauna. Welcome to the Connection Summit 2020 in Helsinki.
You are so welcome to that specific event. In case you missed, the theme this time around will be around sustainability. And I believe Helsinki is a great place to really work on that topic. The chase for the presenters, not only these ones, we will try to get a huge number of others as well. The chase is already on the way. And again, the theme sustainability, even though it would appear a bit unlikely to be found in the taxation collection in Russia, I believe we can do it. Now, the event, in terms of location, is also sort of sustainable. There's 3 buildings of importance here. The long one with connected buildings on the left-hand side, this is the actual meeting venue called Vanha Satama. It's a fairly big venue actually for us. I'll talk a bit about that in a minute. Then this big red brick building with high walls around it is the accommodation, a former prison, a nice one. And those who book the rooms early on will be there. Those who are a bit later making their arrangements will find another hotel on the top of the picture right next to the meeting venue, Grand Marina Hotel. So we have everything in a fairly compact, let's say, locations. And to keep it that way, I really urge you to be early with your arrangements. The venue, again, itself is quite big for us. We will have plenty of space. If we look at the floor plan here, we will not use the whole building, but we will facilitate 3 conference tracks. There will be dedicated rooms for work groups. There is an excellent area for sponsor tables right at the entrance. And finally, what Steve actually already mentioned is that we are doing something a bit differently this time around. So there will be technology demonstrations. We have a good space for those, really in the center hall. And I hope to see many of your companies there. The theme, as the winner is voted with a some sort of an app, probably. Maybe the aspects around sustainability will count, or maybe some other aspects will count, but the participants will be the ones that elect the winner. Okay, that's the accommodation part. Actually, one thing not yet in these slides is that Nikias has offered his company's solutions to be used for a physical activity that we may arrange for Tuesday evening. There's a reception on Wednesday evening, but for Tuesday evening, there might be walking, there might be running, there might be timekeeping. Who knows? There might be climbing over the prison walls. Let's see how that turns out. But we will be looking at the options in the coming few months. So, with all due respect, there would be 4 things especially that I today ask from you. How many of you have already saved the date in your calendars? A fair amount. Thank you. So do that, then book a demo space or become a sponsor or make a happy meal, do both. Speak with Steve about it. And when asked in a couple of weeks' time, please make your registration, book the hotel room according to our recommendation. And finally, the video, we will be using that more as we go forward, but it's not going to be published yet. So we are not promoting the video yet in social media. That will start in a few weeks' time when the registration is up and running. So we want to take the leverage of the video just to make sure that those that get interested and get excited would register right away. Good. Okay, Helsinki, not the Central European time zone, it's +1. It's really easy to access, not only from Europe. This is easy for also our Asian members. I think the 5-hour line towards the US is slightly optimistic on this. But regardless, it's a fairly easy place to access, really. And you can combine just a few ideas. There are ferries going from Helsinki to Tallinn in Estonia or to Stockholm every day. Every day, many ferries, and these are big ones. Oops. Those are big ferries. So in about 12 hours, you can be in Stockholm after the event. Or if you want to do that prior to the event, that's fine with me. Just to mention, Midsummer's Eve, in Finnish it's Juhannus. This takes place on the weekend before the Connection Summit, and Helsinki will be totally dead. People are at their summer cottages, firing up bonfires and going to saunas and so forth. So even many restaurants will be closed. So the weekend before the event in Helsinki might be a bit slow one. but the ferries are there nevertheless. And those who enjoy football, there's the UEFA Championships going on, and actually Finland will be losing to Belgium on Monday just before the event. All right? So, with that said, I hope to see every one of you in Helsinki in June. Would you have any questions at this point? Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Juho. Thank you.